Hi, in this video we'll be going over the C# tutorial for load events. So this is the lab. I'm using a new recorder. Hopefully you guys can hear me properly. The Windows recorder audio is really good, but the problem is it doesn't get all windows on the screen. So I'm trying OBS. It's the only one that's probably going to work. So, because this app needs some extra stuff with the load event and all that, which the screen won't catch by itself. Like the Windows recorder won't catch that, so I had to try another recorder. Okay, so I just have a list box here. I've dragged that from the toolbox. I've added it to the form. I've changed the identifier name to str list box, camel cased. There's a label here, no identifier. So this is the only one that we have. There's an exit button which I skipped because we've already done that before. So we'll just click the form. We'll double click to generate the load event handler. Later we'll code that from scratch. But here we have the event handler here generated, well, at least the definition. I'll show you guys how to do the definitions later on. So then now we'll do the code to actually handle the event. So here we'll have a try block. It's generating some extra code for me. I'm not sure how to turn that off yet. I tried to, but it didn't work. Okay, so we'll just have a string str. I could say string food str, because the list box is just going to be some random foods. Oh yeah, so I have a text box. I have a text file on my desktop full of strings, different foods and stuff. So I've separated them line by line, so you can place one on your desktop if you're following along. Okay, so here I'll have a string foodstr. Something happened to my mouse again. And keyboard, okay. So we'll have a try, then a local string. Then here we'll have a stream reader object. We'll have to import, well, you could probably just click something here. Alt plus enter. Or you could have just added this using system.io. So it's probably better just to add it yourself, but you can do that if you're looking to do something on the fly. So this is JetBrains Rider. Not sure if Microsoft Visual Studio has the same shortcuts. It's actually set to Visual Studio shortcuts, so maybe it is. So here we'll have stream reader input file. I'm not sure because I usually just use JetBrains software IDEs because they have everything. It's really fast, smooth. Everything's easy to use. So they make Android Studio as well. So it's all, they make the best software for Android Studio. They work with Google to create. They created Kotlin. All their software is really good. They have software for like every language. So yeah, so I usually use them. They're pretty good. So here we'll have a stream reader object reference variable. Then here we'll open the file by calling the input file. Points to file.openText. Here I'll pass in my Windows path. So I'm not sure if you need the @ symbol. But we can try. Usually, the way I learned is you're supposed to have the @ symbol, so maybe it'll work without. But we can try the @ symbol here. So I'll go with maybe for an actual Windows path, you probably need the @ symbol. If you're just putting the file name, such as file.txt, the file has to be in your directory here. This area, it has to be in one of the folders. I don't really like working like that. You may need to for some kind of project app file, but you can find that you can find that. Oh, now you guys are gonna see when I do that thing to reset my keyboard. Okay. So you can find that in your folder. C. Whatever users. It might be in your users. Then your rider folder. Whatever the data folder is, I don't really use it, but if you might need to use it, it's in there somewhere. But I'm not gonna put a file, like just one file here. I'm gonna put an actual path. So I'll just put my path for my Windows PC. So I called it csharp file, the one that we created before, .txt, so that should work. I think if you don't have an @ sign, there could be a problem here. Maybe, maybe not. It did work with @ before, so we'll just go with that. So then here we'll say while input file does not equal end of stream. Basically, while there's still data in the file to process, we'll say that food str points to input file dot read line. So it's gonna grab the first, or it's gonna get the first line in the text file, and it's gonna call the, what did I call this? str list box. So the identifier for the list box is called, I called it str list box, so here we'll have str list box dot items dot add, then I'll pass in here food str. And that should be it. After the while loop here, we'll close when we're done. Input file dot close. Close the file stream at the end. And at the bottom we'll have a catch. So catch here, exception. Then here we'll say message box dot show exception dot message with no parentheses. That should be it. So we'll just save it. We'll run it this time. So I'll save all. Nothing here. No problems, it says. So then I'll go to the designer. Well, we don't need to go to the designer, but I'll just click run here at the top, the button in the top right corner. I'll click that. So the window should pop up in a separate window here. Did I have the wrong file? Okay, you guys get the idea. I might have had a different file. I might have actually put the wrong file in. But that's okay. It works fine. So we have the data here, as you can see in the list box from the form at startup. So what was the purpose of this lab? The purpose was to load the data before. So we talked about the load event. So it reads the contents of the text file and adds those items to the list box control. So that'll happen with the load event. So hopefully that helps. We talked about load events in the previous video, so if you're looking for the information on that, you can see the C# playlist on the Code Invest channel. So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys like the video, you can like and subscribe to the channel for more programming and investing tutorials. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. We'll be starting methods. So we'll be talking about methods and how to create them. I've talked about them a little bit, so we'll continue with that. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. See you next time. Take care.